Also new this morning, a scary and rude awakening for a San Antonio family.
Yeah, driver jumped a curb, slammed into their home. Charlie Cooper joins us live from outside that home north of downtown. Charlie, the most important thing, was anyone hurt?
Yeah, good morning to the both of you guys. Well, thankfully, no one was hurt, but you would think from the looks of things and the hole that this driver left behind, the nasty accident he had in the back of someone's home, that someone may have gotten hurt, but thankfully no one did. But what a way to wake up here around 1:30 this morning. Police say a driver jumped the curb, crashed into somebody's fence and then hit their home really hard, leaving a huge hole in the back of that home. Now, to make matters worse, the driver didn't get out and maybe apologize. Instead, he got out of his car and ran off. Now, the house took a bad beating, but again, thankfully, Barry and Sarah, no one was hurt because this situation could have turned out much worse. Back to you.
Thank you, Charlie.